Daily Broadside in 947. I'm a little under the weather, and I gotta go to a Guar and Helmet concert tonight, and I get to meet Helmet. So I'm probably gonna make the entire band Helmet sick. Hopefully not. I'll keep my distance, but I'm gonna feel like crap. I felt like crap for about 4 days now. But I'm pushing through, damn it. This money's not gonna make itself, you know what I mean? I saw a picture of Ice-T and is it Coco? Whatever the girl that he's married to or whatever. They have a child, and I saw that. I think it's a girl. It's hard to tell. Ice-T is not a very good looking man, and by all accounts, I think he would agree with that. And they went out and made a daughter, and it looks just like him, and that is not a good look. You got to be really wary of making other humans if you're not a good looking human, you know? Like, I don't know why it didn't take any of her appearance, but it doesn't seem to even have come from her. It's like a little Ice-T, you know? I expected to start rapping Cop Killer, you know? It's not a good look, and I feel sorry for that little girl because she looks like a little Ice-T, and like I said, it's just not a good look for anybody. There were about 30, if not a little bit more than 30 members of the band Chicago, and the only one that anyone knows is Peter Cetera. I find that to be really strange. I mean, I don't recognize any of those people's names. Of course, I don't know horn players and all, and they had like 11 members at a time, you know, but it's just strange that Peter Cetera is the only. If you leave me now, you take away the biggest part of me. Ooh, I can't do that. My voice does, especially. That doesn't sound healthy. Just getting all that phlegm out, you know. It's so good to be sick. Being sick just lets you know you're alive. I know a guy who has it's not a cigarette boat. He called it like a mini cigarette boat, but he sold it, but and took a bath on it, quite frankly. But he put $78,000 into this thing. Had a 871 blower on it, and just in a built V8 and all this, put out a bunch of horsepower. I think he said it had like 700 horsepower or something like that. And it looks really cool. It reminded me of the Suck My Wake boat from John Candy's Great Outdoors. It's that kind of boat, right? And he would race it, and he said he pulled skiers behind it, and I'm like, golly, that seems really dangerous and sketchy. But I said, how fast that thing goes, 0 to 60? And he said 5.9 seconds. And I'm like, what? I was like, you put $78,000 into something and it only goes just under 6 seconds. That's not fast at all by today's standards. That's like borderline slow. I mean, you could buy a 2000 Camaro that would outrun that, you know, back in the day. And I just found that odd that, you know, that's as fast as that boat could go. But he was very proud of it. And I was like, I feel like I could just swim faster than that. It's just not, it doesn't seem like a great return on your investment. But at any rate, he's a big boat people. And boat people, like horse people, they're a different breed. You know, they got literally, no pun intended, they got just different things going on in their life, you know, and all. But I think that of all the things that Eddie Van Halen did, all the great solos and rhythm stuff that he wrote and everything, it's weird that his best solo is the Beat It Michael Jackson solo. It just is. I mean, it's the best solo composition that he ever wrote, and he's had some good ones, some doozies in a good way, if you know what I mean. And I've decided that I learned the other day that apparently you can make homemade corn dogs. And I was watching some video where it was like, come with me on a journey of what I made my family for dinner every night this week. And one of them was homemade corn dogs. And it was at that point that I realized that I think what I'm missing in my life is a woman that can make a homemade corn dog. I've never thought about that being a thing. I mean, they got to come from somewhere, but you know, so there's that.